Now I'm going to talk about a really boring subject right now, but it is just so critical to your food plotting every single season, especially first time food plots. Obviously, you always want to send a soil sample in and you want to see what your fertility levels are, and you also want to see what your pH level is. pH is a boring subject. It involves lime, it involves a lot of work, but if your pH levels are low, then no matter how much fertilizer you put out, the plants can't take up those nutrients and you can't produce a great food plot. It all starts with pH. If you're financially challenged for your food plots and you really want to cut your corners in fertilization, not pH, because if you do not apply enough lime on your food plots, then your plants aren't going to grow no matter how much fertilizer you put out. You're just wasting your food fertilizer dollars. I have seen a lot of properties where landowners are putting out the required amount of fertilizer, 400 pounds per acre, 350 pounds of 6, 24, 42, whatever the numbers are that you're going to put out, but then they're not putting out the recommended amount of lime, so they're wasting all their fertilization dollars. So lime, it can be a challenge, it can be overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you, as someone who has put out 65 tons of 50-pound bags of lime on a property over a 6-year period, 15 to 2,000 pounds at a time in my pickup truck. I was fortunate one time to have the Mel's Lawn and Garden Escanaba. They delivered 10 tons of lime, bagged lime to my garage. I had to use bag because I couldn't get it wet, because I couldn't then spread it. I had to transport it about 1.25 miles just to the start of my property back in the woods. So it was a real big challenge for me in the UP of Michigan on my plots up there when I started creating food plots and building them. First thing about lime you need to know. There's a lot of different ways to spread it. We're going to talk about that in a second. In fact, one of the most effective ways is spreading powdered lime, finely pulverized lime by hand out of a bag. That's a very easy way. Trust me, I have spread about 15 tons of lime that way, and it works really well. Powdered lime it takes particle for particle reaction from soil to lime particle to change your pH. The finer the particle of lime, the faster it will react with your soil. The more fine your soil, like sand, the more quickly it reacts as well. Clay, all the particle soils are bound, so it's harder. You have to work up the soil, incorporate the lime into the soil to get that reaction for pH. Some people have suggested or even taught that pelletized lime is better. Well, pelletized lime you can put through a hand spreader, you can put it through an ATV spreader, you can put it through any kind of a spreader. Pelletized is just powdered lime put in a pellet form with a bonding agent that releases when it's moist. Think of Kool-Aid. If you have a jug of Kool-Aid or a jug of water and you put powdered Kool-Aid into it, it dissolves rather quickly. If you put pelletized Kool-Aid into that same, if there was such a thing, it would need the moisture to break it apart. You'd have to stir it a little bit extra, and that's the difference between powdered lime and pelletized lime, that is powdered lime just put into a pelletized form. Now there's heavy grit ag lime that you can get a large particle of lime that over a 10-year period, it might take your soil from 5.2 to 5.5 and then back again to 5.2 over a 10-year period. And you really didn't experience the type of particle for particle reaction because the lime is so thick and so coarse that it takes that long to digest or to actually spread and leach into the soil, react with the soil, and ultimately be digested by the soil so that the pH can be changed. So powdered lime, pelletized lime. Why I preferred to use 65 tons of powdered lime, because at the time I could get powdered lime between $40 and $60 a ton, and that pelletized lime per ton was in that $120 to $130, $110, up to $140 per ton. So huge savings from powdered to pelletized. Now my favorite way to spread lime, ultimately, I had a PTO mounted spreader, and it was an agitator, it was a land pride spreader. And with that lime, I could put 1,000 pounds in that hopper of powdered lime and spread that. And it would spread it quickly. It had a huge agitator in there. It was dry lime because I used bags. I emptied every one of those 50-pound bags into that spreader, and I spread about 35 tons that way. I spread about 15 tons, believe it or not, this way right here that I showed you today. You can just simply open the bag halfway at the bottom, walk, spreading 5 feet at a time, Pretty easy width to spread. Guesstimate or use a rangefinder to guesstimate approximately 30 yards. And if you do the math, if you spread 5 feet wide by 90 to 100 feet, you're spreading approximately 2 tons per acre. In that case, getting the lime to the field is often the biggest chore. If you have some helpers, what I like to do is a pile of bags staggered throughout the property, so that when I walk with one bag, I can pick up another, spread it, pick up another, spread it, and I can paint the ground white. And I've spread a lot of lime that way, folks, and it really works extremely well. Again, 5 feet by approximately 30 yards to 100 feet. If you do the math, it's about 2 tons per acre. You can have a field, I've had half-acre fields with a ton of lime, bags spread around, and I'll spread that in 15 to 20 minutes by myself. A lot of that I did completely by myself. I had a little bit of help with friends for a few tons. Another way that I used was just simply putting lime into the back of a trailer and spreading it with a shovel. It was less defined as this approach right here. You can see we've spread on about 90 to 100 feet right here. I did 2 rows, 2 bags. You paint the ground. Now there's a percentage of that lime that will start reacting right away, and I found that the lime and the pH levels can change quickly, especially on lighter soil. I had some great soil tests where 4.9, 5.2 that changed to the mid 6s just within a year, and then around 7 within a couple of years. So changed really quickly. I've had some great plots where I've put lime out in June, July, and then had August, September planting plots. It did very, very well. And then I've skimped before, and I have actually not applied lime on a new half-acre food plot up in the UP in Michigan. And that lime, was critical for taking that 4.9 soil to a good fertility level, at least an adequate for winter rye. And winter rye is the most pH tolerant and soil fertility tolerant of any food plot seeding out there. So when I planted that rye, it grew, got to about 3-4 inches, turned red, brown, and died. So it didn't have enough pH, the lime wasn't there. And so that was something I learned the hard way that I'd hope for you not to. On the bags of the lime, I used to apply from Mel's Lawn and Garden up there in Escanaba, way up there in the UP. There's a little saying on it that said, the time to lime is any time. So that's what I'm here to tell you today. Whenever you can get that lime on the soil, however you can best get it on the soil, it'll greatly enhance your food plot plantings, and that is ultimately the very first step that you want to take on your plots, is getting a fertility level, taking a soil sample, sending it into your local conservation district. In Michigan, everything funnels back through Michigan State University, and that pH level is almost more important than the fertility levels, because if you don't address the pH level first, then you can't change the fertility levels and allow those plants to uptake and actually absorb those nutrients that you're putting in the ground for them. The time to apply lime is anytime. This fine powdered lime won't go through a spreader, at least an ATV spreader or a hand spreader, but you don't need to. Just take that bag, open it up, walk 5 feet by approximately 100 feet, that's 2 tons per acre. I always encourage you to wear a mask. I didn't today, we're just throwing a couple bags out, but apply that lime first. You'll have great food plots. There's a lot of the ways to get it on the ground. I hope you understand the difference between powdered and pelletized lime. You can save yourself a whole lot of money by using just strictly powdered lime, even if you just happen to open, even if you just have to open the bag, walk with it 100 feet, empty it, swing your arms around a little bit, and paint the ground with lime. It'll be worth the effort. It's got to be done. Try liming this year for a lot better food plots this fall.